Today's workout is going to include mirrors. This is something you can purchase online. They're lightweight, easy to store, but I wouldn't keep them on the bottom of the pool. Take them out each time. So I'm going to take a moment and place this on the bottom of the pool. Alright, with our mirror now on the bottom of the pool, we're going to use this segment for correction with our stroke. Now I find it easier if you have a snorkel to put on, and that way you're not worried about turning your head or showing yourself in balance, and you can keep your eyes on the mirror. But it's certainly not necessary. I'm not going to use it today because I'm talking, but I did want to throw that out there, and I think it's easier to use with the mirrors. So the first thing we're going to look at is the correction of our hands. Number one, we're going to make sure that our hands are relaxed, fingers slightly apart, fingers going the same direction. And then also you're going to see where I'm going to put my hands in the water. So I'm going to do this incorrectly at first and then make that correction as we go through as I'm looking myself on the bottom of the pool. So by looking at the bottom, it's a nice reminder, the position of your hands themselves. And then I was able to see that I was putting my hand in front of my head and then widen that. So I make sure that I'm putting my hands in front of my shoulders. All right, our next correction is we're going to think about the pool itself. A lot of people have the error of sweeping across their body or maybe pressing away from themselves out there. So when you're looking in the mirror, we want to imagine that you're just pulling straight through. You really aren't. But I want you to have that image of yourself in doing so. So the first few strokes, I was crossing over. The second few strokes, I was sweeping out too wide, and then I finish with a straight line. So just staying on the outside edges of your body to pull through. Now as you're pulling, let your body naturally roll side to side. You want to turn your body enough that your armpit faces the bottom of the pool. So that way you'll be engaging more of your lats. So your body naturally rocks. You're going to have to think about the muscles around your rib cage, pressing those through, and see your armpit in the mirror itself. So the next correction that we're going to make is the catch and the position of our fingertips early in that press. So you're going to see when I first start off that I'm going to be flat-handed, pressing down on the water. I wouldn't want to see my palms there. I want it bent from my elbow, keep a strong wrist, and get my fingertips to point to the bottom of the pool. So I'm not pressing down. I'm actually trying to anchor my hands out in front and catch the water. So in the mirror itself, you'll be able to see your palms, and make sure that's a correction that you don't want to see your palms early. And I can see that I'm bending my elbow up in the water in front. You don't want to be dropping from the side. You don't want to drop your elbow down. Elbow stays up. Fingertips point to the bottom of the pool. Our last piece today is we're going to look at the exit point of where your hands are. Don't let them sweep out too much to the side. Well, I have a lot of people will exit too early, so you'll see your hand almost stop and it disappears once it gets to your waist. It's not necessary that you bring your thumb all the way down to your thigh, and I know that a lot of coaches say that, but I think that we're going to finish too far back and it takes a long time to get your hand forward. Just getting simply to your hip will create all that power that you need in the back. So in the beginning, I was exiting too short. At the end, too much at the end. You're going to put a little bit strain on your shoulder. You don't need to finish like that. And then we kind of found that middle ground there at the finish. So I hope you get a set of mirrors and enjoy this time to work on technique in the pool. And we'll see you next time.